today's workout, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really, really tough, but it's a great workout. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and launch it right now. All I was using today was my pink Ugi ball. This weighs 8 pounds. I was using my exercise mat, and of course my interval timer. If you don't have a timer, don't worry. I'm showing you my whole workout in real time. So you can just do it right along with me. You can use my timer. If you don't have a ball, or you're a beginner and you don't feel comfortable using weight yet, then stick around, and after the workout, I'll be back to give you some body weight alternatives for that. Okay, so go ahead and launch the workout now, and then I'll see you after. the last exercise. We have only 3 minutes left. So stick with me, let's push through. This one's gonna be really tough. So just keep pushing as hard as you can. We just have 6 short intervals left, okay? So let's do it. Why I put the hardest one last, I don't know. Okay. Left, come on. This is it. Last bit. Come on. Oh God. Keep pushing. Come on. Oh. We just have to do our bonus burpee, and then the workout is officially over. Okay. So the first exercise I was doing was these Ugi toe taps. So I've got my ball in front of me, and I'm just tapping my toes on the ball, alternating feet and jumping to switch, so it looks like this. Okay, super simple, basic exercise. If you don't have a ball, no problem. You can use any elevated surface, like a low chair, or like this little ottoman here. Okay, so you just do the same thing. So tap the right toe and then jump to switch to the other foot, okay? So it'll look like that. If that's too difficult for you, or if you don't have a chair or something that's the right height for you, then you can just do high knees, okay? Same basic idea. Drive your knees up as high as you can and just do your best. If it gets too difficult, because we're doing this for 3 minutes straight, you can do the knees a little lower, like a jog in place or something like that, okay? The next exercise I was doing was these Ugi Russian twists with a toss. So it's a toss and twist. So I was taking my Ugi ball, again this weighs 8 pounds, feet off the floor. Try to keep your feet elevated for the entire interval if you can. I was tossing my ball straight up in the air and catching it, and then twisting and tapping the ball down on the side. Back to the middle, throw the ball up, and then twist to the other side and tap the ball down. If you don't have an Ugi ball, you can use a medicine ball. That would be the perfect substitution. You could also use a dumbbell or a kettlebell, but in that case, obviously, I would not recommend tossing it in the air. Let me grab a dumbbell and show you what I mean. So I just grabbed a 10-pound dumbbell, because that's about the same weight as my Ugi ball, but you may need to use something lighter or heavier. Just make the choice that's best for you. So instead of doing a toss, that's the street sweeper. Okay, instead of doing a toss, I'm just going to lift the dumbbell straight up, then bend my elbows, bring the dumbbell back to my chest, and twist and tap my hand on the floor. Then back to the center, lift, dumbbell back to the chest, twist and tap. Okay, so if you have a weight like a dumbbell or a kettlebell, that would be a great substitution there. If you don't have any weights, or you're just not ready to work out with weights because you're a beginner, I'll show you what you can do, just a body weight alternative. So here's the alternative using only your own body weight. You can basically just do the same thing. So I'm going to reach up and then bring my hands back down, twist and touch my hands to the side, reach up, twist and touch to the other side. And try to keep your feet off the ground for the entire interval if you can. If you're not using any weight, you can actually make it a little more intense by eliminating the reach in the middle and just doing Russian twists. So it'll look like this. Okay, so I'm just doing the Russian twist. I'm keeping my feet elevated and I'm tapping the ground on either side of me. Okay, so that's your alternative if you're a beginner or if you don't have any weights. And one more thing, if you're a super beginner and it's too hard to keep your feet off of your mat for the entire interval, you can touch them down as you need to, or you can just leave them on the mat. Try not to put a lot of weight in them, but just have them there if you need them. And then just do the Russian twists like that. And if you don't have the full range of motion to reach all the way to the floor, then just go as far as you can, like this. Just make sure that you're twisting your rib cage, and that's all you really need to be doing to get the benefits of the exercise. So work at your own level, do the best that you can. So the next exercise was this, on my Ugi ball, I was in a plank position with my feet elevated on the Ugi ball, and I was doing a leg lift, and then a triple knee tuck. So a triple knee tuck is one reptile knee tuck to the side, so I'm bringing my knee to my elbow, and then my foot goes back on the ball. Then one knee tuck straight in front, bringing my knee to my chest, foot goes back on the ball, and then one last knee tuck across my body. So I'm bringing my knee to the opposite, like armpit, and then back to the ball. Okay, so I was staying on one side for the whole interval and then switching sides with each interval. So if you don't have a ball, then again, you can do this on a chair or with your feet elevated like on an ottoman or something like that, or your coffee table. If you have one of those little kid chairs, that's probably a good height. If you have a plyo box, that's an excellent alternative. A milk crate, just any kind of elevated surface that you have around the house that's sturdy and won't slide around on you. If you don't have an elevated surface, that will work. Or if it's too difficult for you to use an elevated surface, have your feet elevated because you're a beginner and you're just getting into shape, then you can just do it flat on the floor. So it'll look like this. You'll come into your plank position, okay? And then you'll do your leg lift, and then your triple knee tuck. So reptile knee tuck, straight knee tuck, and a cross body knee tuck, okay? That's 1 rep. And again, you'll stay on one leg the entire interval, then you'll switch legs with the next interval. If that is too difficult, my beginners, here's an alternative that you can do. So instead of being in the plank, come on your hands and knees like this. Then you can extend 1 foot behind you, so you have this knee underneath you for support, okay? And then you're going to do almost the same thing. So you do your leg lift from here, lifting your leg straight up with purpose. Make sure you control the movement. Don't flail around. Keep your leg straight, and with a controlled movement, lift your leg up, tap your toe back down. Then you can do this reptile knee tuck, bringing your knee to your elbow. If you don't have the full range of motion to bring your knee all the way, just bring it as far as you can. Tap your toe back down, and then do your knee tuck, bringing your knee straight into your chest as far as you can. Okay, and that's going to be the entire thing, because you can't really do the third part of the triple knee tuck with this knee here. So your exercise will look like this. Leg lift, reptile knee tuck, okay? That's 1 rep. Leg lift, reptile knee tuck, straight knee tuck. Okay, that I think should be doable for beginners. If you're having trouble with that exercise still, just let me know and I'll come up with something else for you. But I think that should be good for my beginners. So the next exercise was dynamic squats with the Ugi ball. So I'm starting with my feet together, holding my Ugi ball straight in front of me. Then I'm going to jump my feet apart to lower myself down into my squat. And I'm going to, on the way down, I'm going to tap my Ugi ball on the floor. Remember in your squat that you always want to have your back straight, weight in your heels, and stick your booty back. Okay? So, again, I'm starting with my feet together, holding the Ugi ball in front of me. I'm going to jump my feet apart down with this squat, tap the Ugi ball down, and then jump my feet back together as I lift the Ugi ball. That's 1 rep. So again, if you don't have the Ugi ball, but you do have a medicine ball, that would be a great substitution. You can also do this with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. So you would hold your weight in front of you, drop down into your dynamic squat. You can reach your dumbbell down. I wouldn't recommend necessarily tapping the floor because you'll probably get your fingers, but you can reach down and then bring it back up, okay? So that's 1, 2, they would look like that if you're holding a kettlebell or a dumbbell. And of course, you can always do these with no added weight, just regular dynamic squats. So you would just reach down and touch the floor, jump your feet back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? That's what they'll look like using only your own body weight. If you are one of my beginners and that exercise is still a little too advanced for you, then just do regular air squats. Okay, so again, the only important thing to remember with your squats is that you want to make sure that your weight is not leaning forward. You don't want your knees to end up going over your toes, okay? You want to always keep your weight in your heels. So instead of thinking of squatting down, which when a lot of people do that, they have a tendency to squat this way and their knees are going over their toes. That's not proper form, and I don't want you to risk a pain or injury, especially if you're just a beginner, because all that's going to do is further limit what you can do right now. And you want to make progress, so you make progress by getting the reps done, and you get the reps done by doing them properly and not getting hurt, okay? So weight in the heels. Instead of thinking of squatting straight down, I want you to think of taking your booty and trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. When you do that, look at what happens. My weight goes back in my heels and my back is straight the entire way down, right? That is the proper form for your squat. Then when you stand back up, weight still in the heels, pushed in off your heels, or pushed into the ground or into the floor off your heels, stand back up and squeeze your glutes at the top, okay? So go down as deep into the squat as you can. If you can't go that far down, do your best to try to at least get your thighs parallel to the ground, okay? Just do your best. If you can't get down that far, then just go as far as you can. If you are a super beginner, like you've never worked out before, even the air squats might be a little bit too advanced for you. So again, go ahead and use a chair to assist you. So here's what you're going to do is just stand right in front of your chair. Remember to have your chair on a surface where it can't slide around on you. So I like to put mine on my mat so that it's nice and stable and it's not going to move. And basically you're going to use the same technique. So push your booty back, weight in the heels, back is straight, and just tap your booty right on your chair. Try not to sit all the way back down in the chair. Keep that back straight and keep your muscles tight. Push into the heels and stand up, okay? So tap and up, and tap and up. Because if you've never done a squat before, it might be a little intimidating to try to squat all the way back like that without any support behind you. So this might really help if this is like your first time trying this. Okay, so that's my super beginner modification. So just 2 exercises left. The second to last exercise was these wood chops. Again, I was using my Ugi ball. So taking your Ugi ball, you're going to kind of squat back, weight in the heels, back straight, and I'm going to bring the Ugi ball down to this knee. And then I'm going to, as I stand up, I'm going to swing it across my body to the other side like this. Okay? So from my knee up and back down is 1 rep. 2, 3. Okay, that's how I was counting them. Again, if you have a medicine ball or a kettlebell or a dumbbell, that's a great alternative. You can do the exact same thing with any kind of weight. You can use a household item, like, I don't know, some laundry detergent or your kid's backpack. You can get creative and just kind of use whatever you've got around the house. Again, if you're a beginner and you don't have weights or you're just not comfortable incorporating weights into your workout yet, I will show you a body weight alternative for this one as well. So for a body weight alternative, if you're a beginner and you're not using weights, you can basically do the same thing. So reach down to to the knee on this side and then twist your body as you reach up to the opposite side and straighten the legs. Okay, so it's basically just going to look like this. We're going to stay on one leg for the entire interval, and then with the next interval, switch to the other side. So I'm going to bend down and touch the opposite knee and twist up. Use your full range of motion, whatever that is. So as far down as you're able to come, touch your knee if you can, and as far up, try to reach the ceiling, try to reach the corner behind you. Okay, really stretch up and really twist your body, keeping your feet stationary and planted on the floor. Try to twist your body as far as you can. If that's still too advanced for you, my super duper beginners, my never worked out before people, okay, you can just do something like this. Just like do a step touch with a reach. Really reach as far as you can. Try to touch the wall over here while keeping your standing foot planted. Okay? In that case, we're alternating sides, so you'll be doing the exact same thing for all 6 intervals. Okay? So I think everyone can do that. If you have really serious knee issues, let me know and we can come up with another alternative for you. But I think even the most beginners of beginners can manage that one. Okay, finally, the last exercise, plank jacks. Everyone's favorite exercise. So I was doing elbow plank jacks with my elbows up on my Ugi ball, okay? So plank jacks are just like jumping jacks from a plank position. So all I'm doing is starting with my feet together, jumping my feet out, jumping my feet back in. That's 1 rep. So you count them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Making sure that you are maintaining integrity in your plank the entire time. So super tight core, controlled movement. If you don't have a ball, you could still do the plank jacks with your hands elevated, but this is soft, and so I'm able to rest my body weight on it, on my elbows on it, and it doesn't hurt. If you're using like a plyo box or a chair or something, that's probably not going to be a great option unless you maybe put some towels down or something so that you're able to do the elbow plank. If not, you can always go to your hands on your elevated surface. But what I would recommend doing, if you don't have a ball, is to just do them flat on the floor. So I really don't even need my mat for this. So from a plank position, hands on the floor, up on the toes, feet together, nice tight abs. Don't drop your hips, but also try not to have them up in the air. Try to keep your body as straight as you can, and then just do your plank jacks from here. Okay? If the jumping is too advanced for you, but you can do a plank, then here's your alternative. Come up to your plank, start with your feet together, and just tap your toes out to the side one at a time. Like that. You can also try that from an elbow plank, like this, either jumping or tapping the feet one at a time. Those are still really challenging and great core work, so just pick the option that's best for you. If you're super beginner and you cannot hold plank, here's what you're going to do. You're going to come back to your box position on your hands and your knees, and you're going to take 1 foot behind you like this, okay? And then you're just going to tap out to the side and back to the center. Out to the side, back to the center. So you're going to stay on this leg for the entire interval. Nice controlled movement, nice tight core, okay? Then you'll have your 10 seconds rest, and with your next interval, you'll come back up to your hands and knees, and now with the opposite leg, extend that foot out behind you, and then tap to the side, tap back to the center. Side, center. So that's it for today's workout, including bodyweight alternatives and alternatives and modifications for the most beginners of beginners, because I want to prove to you that even if you are in the absolute worst shape in the whole world, and even if you have never done a workout before in your life, you can do this with me. You can do it right along with me, okay? This workout is split up into 6 tiny little 3-minute segments. So the idea is that you want to take as short of a rest as possible in between each exercise. But again, like I always tell you, do your best and you work at your own pace. So if you need a longer rest in between, then you take a longer rest. You have to work at whatever level you're at today. And then you just keep doing it, and eventually you'll get stronger and you'll get in better shape and you'll be able to do the next modification up, okay? You will improve if you stick with it, but you have to start somewhere. So if you're a super beginner and you've never done this before, try the beginner modifications and just see how that works for you. And if you need any more help, or if you need any other ideas for modifications or anything, just let me know, okay? So I'll wrap it up because this video is like super long. We had a lot of exercises and a lot of modifications to cover today. And I'll just say that I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you tried it. If you tried it, let me know. Let me know how you did. and let me know what kind of modifications you made. And especially, I want to know if you're a beginner and this is the first workout you've ever tried. Please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Okay, I found this workout especially challenging, but I loved it. I will definitely be doing it again, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And that's it for today. I will see you next time. Bye.